sort stuff out.
Yeah, you're totally used to it. And it's also, it's Mercury retrograde. I don't know if you know what that is. I don't even really understand the totality of it, but something's moving backwards in the cosmos.
Oh, really?
Or appears to be. It's not actually doing it. So it can mess with communication, with computers, cell phones. Cars break down a lot during this time. You should never sign contracts, I guess, on Mercury retrograde. But I don't know, I find maybe it's because I'm a Gemini and Mercury's in my sign, but it works really well for me.
I'm an Aries, and I'm not sure what works well for me.
Oh, I just learned, because I hired a girl to do my astrology, and she told me that I'm an Aries in Pluto, because you're different signs and different according to different planets. So sexually, I'm an Aries.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, she's told me actually I'm a powerhouse lover, whatever that is, because Aries are.
That's right.
Actually, now that I think about it,
Explains a lot.
An Aries once, yeah.
Well, Aries, I think I've had my sign done. I think I'm 2 parts Aries, 1 part Sagittarius.
Wow, okay, so then you're a lot of fire.
Which is interesting. Oh, yeah, which is very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, mostly I smolder, but when I explode, it's awesome.
Well, cheers.
Yes.
And what are you drinking, sorry?
Same thing, dude.
Oh, you are drinking the tequila. Tequila with the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to sip it.
Yeah.
You have shooters because you get the really shitty stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want to taste it, so
yeah,
you
that's
shoot
true.
it, right? You get a reasonably nice drink you can actually sip on.
Yeah.
Enjoy
yeah,
it.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. So how long have you been playing?
Seriously, for about 20 years. 22 years, I guess.
22 years.
Yeah, 2003 was when I kind of made my decision to become a musician.
Right.
Up to that point, I kind of dabbled in music, jamming with some friends, doing some songwriting and stuff, but had never really been on stage, never really did what I wanted to do, right? So.
Yeah, and you told me the story about, was it a psychic or?
Yeah, so ended up going down to Helena, Arkansas, which is just south of Memphis.
Okay.
And there's a big blues festival that goes on there in October. It's called the King Biscuit Blues Festival. It's the second most famous blues festival on the planet. I think the Chicago Blues Fest might be bigger, but so Helena is a town of about 15,000 people, very small little town. And the festival is a 3-day festival. It lasts Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, I don't think it's open on Sunday. Anyhow, the town's like 15,000 people, and over those 3 days, anywhere from 100 to 150,000 people go to this festival, and it's free. You don't have to pay to go there.
So how did the bands get paid?
Not sure how it works.
Wow.
Yeah. So, so then you can actually buy little sort of packages where you get to go sort of up front and close to the stage and kind of be around the musicians and stuff. And I've been to it twice. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. But so I go there the first time, and I had been on a business trip in Winnipeg, and I'm heading back to the airport a little bit early. And I'm like, oh, I need a coffee or something. So I see a Starbucks off on the horizon. So I run over there, and they also have a bookstore there. And so, okay, so I'm looking through the bookstore, and I'm a big blues fan. So I discovered this this book that says Highway 61, the Blues Highway. Oh, well, check that out, right? So Highway 61, it's kind of the blues version of Route 66.
Okay.
So it runs basically from Chicago all the way down to New Orleans.
Oh.
And in the book, it's like a visitor, a blues fan's guide to every little city along and town along the way, and what blues attraction would be in those cities and towns. And the one thing they mentioned was this blues festival.
Okay.
So, and the festival is the first full weekend of October, and this is in September. And I'm like, I'm reading this book, and I discovered this King Biscuit Blues Festival, and I'm like, I have to go. And fortunately, I got air miles and such. So I immediately went home, booked an air miles trip down to Memphis.
Yeah.
And booked a little sleazy motel in
That's perfect.
in a place called Clarksdale in Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was the only place I could find. And it's, you know, me and the cockroaches, we shared a bed together. It was awesome, right? But anyhow, so I go down there.
Sounds like a song already. You should write a song about it.
There's a few songs involving this story, for sure.
Okay.
So I go down there, and I go to the Blues Fest, and Main Street, Helena, is about 6 or 7 blocks long, not very long, and it's all closed, and it's all full of vendors. So clothes, food, whatever, right? And I see this psychic reading tarot cards, right? So there's a famous line by Muddy Waters, I got a gypsy woman giving me advice.
Right.
So I'm like, down here in the Mississippi Delta, I need a gypsy woman giving me advice.
Yeah.
So I go and I see her, and she starts flipping over the cards, and she goes, oh, wow. She goes, your life's about to change quite dramatically. And I'm like, really? She goes, yeah. She says, you know, if you could get up tomorrow and follow your ultimate dream, what would it be? I said, well, I'd be doing what these guys do. She goes, there's your future. And I'm like, really? She goes, yep. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, that would be fun. I don't think so, but that would be fun, right?
Right.
She goes, here's the thing, right? She goes, what do you do for a living? I go, well, I'm in the sales business. Right? She says, yes. So you're used to getting up in front of people and, yeah, doing sales and, you know, sales pitch in front of 1,000 people, 10 people, whatever, right? Because my background is not music, it's originally theater.
Yes.
So when I was a teenager, I studied a little bit of theater in school, and I was a natural on stage and could become the character I was, and it was a lot of fun. Right? So she says, yeah, you could take those attributes and apply them to the music business. I'm like, wow, cool. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how to play an instrument. I can plug a little bit on a guitar.
Yeah.
But that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so then when the festival was over, I hung out for a few more days and kind of toured all around the Mississippi Delta, going to all these different grave sites of famous blues guys and going to these little juke joints and things. And
wow.
While I was down there in this flea bag motel that I was staying in, there was a musician who was staying there as well, who I hadn't really heard of, didn't realize who he was, but I got up one morning before the Blues Fest, and there was a Burger King or something next door, so I went over to get some breakfast. And standing in line is this big, tall, black gentleman dressed in a mauve suit from head to toe and a hat and jewelry, and it's just like, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Right? And I'm like, whoa, look at this guy, man, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right? And so he's in front of me in line, and he gets his food and kind of moves on. I grab my food, I head back to the motel. I'm quickly eating and getting ready to go to this festival. And I step outside, and the guy, there's a beat up old van in front of one of the rooms in the motel that I'm staying at. And in that van, the motor hood is up. And it's this guy, he's got his jacket off, and he's in there working on the vehicle.
Right.
Dressed in this beautiful mauve outfit.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So, okay, cool. So I head to downtown Clarksdale because I want to do a little bit of sightseeing before I go to the festival. I ended up in this little shop, and it's called Cat Head or Cat's Head, something like that. It's really quite a famous little shop down in Clarksdale.
Yeah.
And it's full of people, it's full, tourists everywhere, blues tourists, right?
Right.
And so you can hear some live music in the background. And it's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then after a while, this guy comes out from the back, and he goes, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important guest here today, Big George Brock. And this guy comes walking out, and it's a guy who is working on the car in the Burger King. And he's Big George Brock, famous local musician. And tonight he's playing at a juke joint just outside of town. If you get a chance, go check him out. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I go to the Blues Fest, and end of the Blues Fest, it ended around 10 or 11 or so. And I race out of there, and I go to this little town, which is kind of on the way back to Clarksville. So from Clarksville, you got to cross the Mississippi River to get to Helen, Arkansas.
Right.
And then you come back. Right. And on the way back is where this guy was playing, a little place called Lyons or Lyons, Mississippi.
Yeah.
That's a small little juke joint. So I go in there, and all this, and I'm kind of one of the first tourists to get there because I knew what was going on. A lot of, it was mostly full of locals. I said, okay, so I'm kind of hanging out, chit-chat with people. And then eventually all the tourists kind of start showing up, right? That kind of heard about this gig. And he gets up with his band, but now he's all dressed in red. And his band, I think they were dressed in gold.
Wow.
And I'm watching them, and they're all dressed beautifully, man. And he's up there, and he's singing, and he's playing harmonica, and he's got the place absolutely rocking. It's just incredible, right?
Right.
And all the while I'm thinking, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. I want to do that. And one thing that always struck me whenever I come back to Canada, or most of the bands that I'd seen, they get up in their blue jeans and their flip-flops.
Yeah.
And they're up there, and they're playing, and they're really good, but I'm just not seeing the entertainment.
The performer.
Right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's what I got to do. If I'm going to go do this, that's in my blood to do that. I can figure out how to sing. I can figure out how to play harmonica. I can figure all that stuff out.
Yeah.
But you can't cheat someone that. It's in you or it's not, right?
Yeah.
So while I'm down there, I'm starting to plan as I'm driving around to all these different sites and whatever. My mind's just kind of on overtime, right? And so, okay, so I go back there. What am I going to do? How am I going to pull this off? So I sort of invent this concept of I'm going to create like a medicine show, right? Which means I got to dress the part. I got to make it work. So usually when I play here, I've got some posters and backdrop up and stuff, sort of create that atmosphere of a medicine show, right? And so medicine show, the Mississippi Medicine Show. So that's what my project's going to be called. So by the time I got back to, I was living in Vancouver at the time, and part-time in Calgary. By the time I got back to Vancouver, I kind of had my game plan that far anyhow. I had no idea how I'm going to pull it off. But one thing, I spent a lot of time in Calgary on business. In an apartment here, and I would stay in the apartment, and I had an apartment because I come here on business, and sometimes the business to close a deal means I got to stay a few more days.
Right.
So I'm staying in a very expensive hotel or whatever. I say, it's going to cost me a fortune. So I ended up just renting a small place so I could spend as much time as I needed or wanted, which meant sometimes I'm hanging out for an entire weekend.
Right.
So I met a guy on Friday, but we got another meeting on Monday. Well, I'm going to hang out all weekend, right?
Right.
And then I started going down to King Eddie and checking all these kind of places, right? And then all these places had jams.
Oh, you mean like you can get up and anybody can get up?
Anybody can get up.
Okay, yeah.
Although at the King Eddie, it was pretty high-end jam, so a schmuck like me wouldn't be able to really get up, but people did.
But you could have the opportunity to if you wanted to,
Yeah, if I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
But so in October was when I sort of had this vision. By April, I'd moved to Calgary because I thought the only way I'm going to be able to pull this off is I got to get away from all my family and friends that I have in Vancouver who are only going to hold me back because I'm telling this to my friends. They're all like, "You're out of your mind."
Right.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I am out of my mind, but that's what I'm going to do." Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought, well, the best thing for me is to move to Calgary, and I sort of discovered this music scene in Calgary that was open to doing jamming, not King Eddie, but at smaller venues, etc. Right. So then started having to learn some songs, and I'd been writing songs. I was kind of dabbled in writing and stuff, but hadn't done any real performing, right?
Right.
So then I started getting here and getting up on the jams, and people let me get up, and well, you're not much of a singer or whatever, but damn, you're entertaining. So anytime you want to come, right?
Right.
Yeah. So then it's okay, cool. So it's like, I got this. I'm not going to figure out how to sing and how to learn all this stuff. And one of the things, I picked up a harmonica, and I could kind of immediately do stuff with the harmonica without having any real knowledge about it. I could just hear stuff, right? And I didn't really understand where that came from, but it was in me. And I met a guy who was a very good harmonica player, young guy. And so I said, hey, we kind of became friends. At one point, him and I actually went to Helena to the festival together.
Yeah.
We went to Chicago together. So we started to become really good friends and hanging out. He was like the best harmonica player in town at the time.
Wow.
And so he started giving me lessons.
Okay.
But he was teaching me, okay, do this. And he'd go like, blah, 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 blah. And I'd go, whoa, that's way too complex for me. Like, I got to learn how to do simple things, right?
Right.
The fundamentals. And he really struggled with teaching me the fundamentals, which is kind of weird. But he goes, you know, you really should meet this guy, Back Alley John.
Back Alley John.
Back Alley John. He's a guy that you should meet.
Okay.
He teaches, and if he'll teach you, you'll be in business, right? So I'm like, okay. So Back Alley used to host a jam on Thursday nights.
The Back Alley Night Club?
No, Back Alley John.
Okay, Back Alley John.
Got nothing to do with the Back Alley. But
Okay.
this was his nickname, right?
Yes.
It was a little place. It was called the Duke at the time.
Okay.
Down on 14th Avenue and 4th Street.
Yeah.
Small little smoky place. I go walking in there, and I kind of, it's packed, and I kind of sit down, and I see this guy up on stage sitting on a chair kind of like this, and he's kind of big and bloated, and I'm like, whoa, this is Back Alley John. Okay, right? He's got a beat up old guitar, harmonica rack, and the rack's barely together, right?
Yeah.
And he's got like a drink in that hand and a smoke in that hand, and this tube running from his nose off to an oxygen machine.
No.
No kidding, right? And I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, whoa. What? And then he takes a puff of his smoke, and some oxygen kind of goes poof from some flames, right? I'm thinking to myself, this is the guy that
It's gonna make you a legend.
That's gonna help me? I don't know, man. Right? And his band, they're kind of, forgive me guys, but they were like junkies, and like they were all, the whole band was kind of fucked up. Except the drummer, he was pretty cool. Anyhow, but then he starts playing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. You know, I just came back from Mississippi watching Big George Brock and guys like that play. This guy is that level of a player. He was unbelievable. Back Alley John. And,
is he still alive?
No.
Oh.
So he gets off stage, and I start talking to him. And at the time, I was still in sales mode. My hair was still short, and I was, you know, in my sales kind of thing. And he kind of looks at me, and I talk to him, and I go, hey, I understand that you give harmonica lessons. I'm really interested in learning. And he kind of looks at me like, I don't know, man, you're not really my kind of guy, right? I go, no, I'm serious. I'm really serious about this, right? He says, okay, well, I'll give you a chance. He says, you show up at my place 2 o'clock on Tuesday. I show up at this place 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and he's living in this big house just off 9th Avenue, or 17th Avenue and 9th Street. And it's old, kind of run down, but it turns out it's full of musicians who live there, him being one of them.
That's cool.
Yeah, you ever hear of Billy Cowsill?
No.
So Billy Cowsill was a very famous sort of rock pop guy back in the day, who ended up in Calgary. He was living there.
Wow.
Yeah, and so in Calgary community, Billy Cowsill was a big deal. Right? And there's a couple other guys living there who turned out to be amazing musicians, but they were all kind of messed up.
Right.
But they're awesome guys and really good musicians, right?
Yeah.
So I take a lesson with Back Alley. He goes, okay, so here's the deal. He goes, here's what I'm going to charge you. It wasn't terribly expensive, but you know, okay, no problem, reasonable. He says, but I'm going to teach you on a Tuesday something, and then you're going to come to my jam on Thursday. You're getting up on stage, and you're going to apply what I taught you on Tuesday. He says, the moment you can't, the lessons are over.
No.
I'm like, okay. So, you know, but he taught me like really simple stuff, right, to kind of get me going. And so every time he taught me, I got up there and on the Thursday, and I applied what he taught me every time. It was like religious, right? And so eventually it got past, first it was like half-hour lessons. Eventually we got past the half-hour lessons, and then they become 1 hour lessons. And then all afternoon hanging out, we'd order beer and food and just kind of jam and talk. And so he taught me about, you know, how to play the harmonica. He taught me about the blues music, the scene. I was quite a fan already, so I knew a lot of stuff that he was telling me about.
Wow.
But he would tell me about all these guys that he knew, famous blues guys, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. I'm not sure if I believe it or not, but this is pretty cool.
Wow.
Right? So then I'd be hanging out at his club, at his jam, and because he was, you know, on oxygen, he couldn't really get around very much.
Right.
But he was trying to organize this jam, and his guys weren't very helpful because they were kind of a little bit messed up. They could play, but you know, they couldn't function as needed. And, hey Perry, see those two guys over there? Go tell them they're up. Tell them to get ready. Okay, hey you guys. So I kind of became his gopher for the jam. Right?
Yeah.
And then eventually he moved to a different location, and jam was going okay. And all of a sudden, in the middle of a performance, I don't know if he ran out of oxygen or I forget what exactly happened, but he just basically kind of collapsed, and he was, you know. So they brought in an ambulance, shipped him out of there. We're all standing around kind of stunned. It's like, whoa, what just happened? And the bar manager points, he goes, hey you. He goes, get this jam going. I go, me? He goes, yeah, like you're running it, aren't you? I'm like, well, not really, but he saw me running around doing stuff, so he figured, no problem. Hey, you guys, let's get up. And so I got the jam going and got through the night. And I go visit with back at the hospital, see how he's doing. He survived. And I told him what happened. He goes, good. He goes, keep doing it till I get back. I'm like, okay, I'll keep running the jam till you get back. He never came back.
No.
Yeah, so I ended up inheriting his jam. I'm a new guy on the scene. I could barely play, I could barely sing, but I'm running this jam all of a sudden.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then
that was divinely meant to be.
It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
And he died a year later.
Wow.
Yeah, so he lasted. And we remained friends all that time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you stay with the same guys in the band?
No.
No?
I eventually got my own.
You got new.
My own guys, right? And they weren't that happy, but the one guy was not too happy. I kept the drummer actually, because he was actually a pretty solid guy.
Yeah.
But the one guitar player I kind of had to get rid of.
Yeah.
We became sort of competing.
Yes.
He's kind of, how did you take over this jam, man?
Right, it should be mine.
Yeah, and by rights he was the best player, but he didn't, you know. He
didn't have the presence and the organization skills. That's
right?
key.
Yeah. So I started bringing in my own guys, and the jam really took off. Yeah, so it went really well. But we were playing, the place was a bit of a dump.
Yeah.
Right, the plumbing didn't work properly half the time.
Keep talking, I'm gonna make sure these are running.
So eventually we quit doing the jam there, we moved on to a different place.
Yeah.
And I started figuring things out. And the more I figured stuff out, the better players came to play with me. And the better that I got, the more following I started getting. And then just kind of kept on going from there.
So after that, what did you do? Like from there, like who's the band that you have now? Do you travel with the same guys that you did then now?
No. It evolved over time.
Okay.
So at one point, ended up hosting a jam at, what's that hotel? The Shamrock Hotel.
Oh yeah.
You ever know the Shamrock?
Yeah.
Kind of notorious.
Yes.
Biker joint kind of a place, right?
Yeah.
But they used to have one of the jams that was very popular that would let a schmuck like me hang out there, and that's where it's in the jams where I really developed my chops.
Okay, wait a second. Let me go back for a second. So when you were doing that initial jam, the harmonica and the guy, did you look like this yet? Were you in character yet?
I was definitely in character.
Okay.
Definitely in character.
Okay.
And
that was already laid out.
That was a given. That was the first thing. If I got to get and perform, I'm going to dress up.
Yes.
I'm going to be Big George Brock mentality, right?
Yeah.
And so while I'm still studying under Back Alley John while he's still alive, I got a guy out of St. Louis, Missouri, I guess. No, Kansas actually. Yeah, can't remember now. But he custom built harmonica microphones. So harmonica microphones are a real cool thing because you play through them, and if you sing through them, they sound like crap. But you play harmonica through them, they sound amazing. So I got him to custom build me one, and so I told him, okay, he gave you options of the body, the element, all this kind of stuff to build this mic. And he goes, so do you want to paint it? I go, yeah. He goes, I want a paint job on it. I want it to be like a dark red with black flames. And he's like, oh, I don't know if that's going to work. I go, at this point, I'm not asking your opinion. I'm telling you, here's what I want.
Exactly.
Right? I have a vision. Here's what I want.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, well, what color red are you thinking? I'm thinking like, well, like a dark red, like a dark cherry, like a black cherry red.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, black cherry, like black cherry Perry, ha ha ha. And I said, yeah, like black cherry Perry, ha ha ha. Right? So I get the mic built. He ships it to me. I show it to Back Alley John.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, what a great little mic this is, right?
Yeah.
And I tell him, yeah, black cherry, ha ha. He goes, black cherry Perry, I like it. So all of a sudden I'm black cherry Perry.
Yeah.
Because of Back Alley John.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm black cherry Perry, right?
Yeah.
So eventually I take over a jam move my jam to the Shamrock Hotel. I got my own jam there now, right? I'm getting better, I'm developing, I'm getting a bit of a following. And while we're playing there, the band kept kind of evolving. As I kind of grew, I started bringing in better players, people who were, right? As I got better, my musician friends, my band became better.
Yeah.
And it kept kind of evolving. People would come and go, and some people, they would want to join because of my notoriety, what I kind of had going. But then, much like the first guitar guy, yeah, but I'm the best musician in this group. You're just the front guy. Yeah, but it's my band. Yeah. Right? And you came to me looking for a gig. Yeah. I didn't go to you. Yeah. So eventually, it evolves where I found guys in the band who buy in. They get it, right? But while I'm hosting the jam, there's a couple of young kids showed up fresh out of high school. Okay. And they weren't that good, but you could see they're gonna be good. Like it's in them. Yeah. Right? And two of these kids, one was a drummer, one's a guitar player, now play in the band. Yeah. So our drummer was one of these kids. And Steven, the guy who plays on our left side of our stage, he was the other guy. Right. And so over the years, we remained friends. We jammed together many times. And Steve has been in and out of the band. This is the second version of this band. Willie was with me since COVID. So I had a band with Quentin, the other guitar player, before COVID. Right. When COVID hit, our drummer and our bass player moved out of town. Okay. So when we came out of COVID, I brought in Tommy Knowles, who's our bass player, and Tommy's he's a local legend. He's like, I recognize that name. He is the most happening cat in the band. Okay. I don't know if you ever heard of a guy named Long John Baldry. No, we talked about him though when we were at the ship that night. Yeah. So Long John Baldry, a legendary blues guy out of England. I know Tommy played with him for 18 years. So all of a sudden, I get to play with Tommy Knowles. Yeah. He's amazing, right? So, so then I got these young kids fresh out of high school, and now 20 years later or whatever, we're still playing together in a band. And this lineup's been pretty well together since COVID. Steven joined us in last fall, actually. Okay. Yeah. He was in the band. He left. Quentin replaced him. Right. And then after COVID, when things kind of took off for us, he kept coming to our gigs, and we'd always get him up to jam with us and stuff because we always remained friends, right? And then one day we're like those two guys as musicians play so well together. Yeah. And it's awesome. I can get up, do my thing, and then just. Were they there the night that I was there? They were there. Okay. At the ship. Yeah. Yeah, that's the lineup. Okay. And but it's cool because I can just sit back and let these guys just play your asses off, boys. Yeah. Right. And I'm just gonna sit up here and trip to the music, man, because that's what I like to do. Yeah. Because you get into the groove of it all. Once you're all in that sort of flow together, it's like electric. It's unbelievable. It's awesome. And it's funny because I can just close my eyes and I can just feel it. And the funny part is, when the band's going on, I'm kind of dancing and boogieing to it, right? Yeah. It's like being possessed. It's like I just kind of get lost in the music, and I'll be listening to the snare, and then all of a sudden I'll be listening to the bass. I'll be listening to as the music's going on, I'm feeling and relating to all these different things that each of the members are doing, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. Right? Well, even when I watched you, it was an experience. You know, I was moved by you. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I'm definitely talking to this guy after he's done his set. Like, this is amazing.
Thank you. It is amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And because two things. First of all, you know, with a theatrical background, I want to have a presentation, right? But I love dancing. I love to cut loose. We spend most of our lives kind of trying not to get in trouble. Right? Yes, sir. No, sir.
Sort of like Mr. Anderson in The Matrix.
Yeah.
Before he turns into Neo.
Exactly. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You know. But when I get up on stage, all that goes away.
Yeah.
Now it's my world.
Yes.
Our world. The band's world. Like our world. Up here we do whatever we do. And if you get it, great. If you don't, that's cool too.
Yes.
That's what we do. Because we don't work at every place. Like we gone to bars where they didn't get us, right? It's like, no problem. That's why I play at the Blues Can. The Blues Can gets us.
Yeah.
I've jammed here. I've worked here. I've been a sound guy for the Blues Can for many years.
Yeah.
And I'm friends with the owners. I'm friends with most of the staff who's been here for a long time, but with most of the staff. And I get to play here.
Are you playing tonight?
No.
No.
No. Our next, we're playing here August 29th.
August 29th.
It's a Friday night, yeah. Tommy won't be here. We'll have a wicked sub for him, but Tommy won't be here, but the band will be here.
And Tommy had the gray hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was really in it too, like you. Like the two of you were just like the vibration was wild. I mean, everybody else was too, but it was really intense for the two of you.
We're like brothers. He's very passionate, very passionate.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why he was Long John Baldry's bass player for 18 whatever years, because
he's got that soul, that rock and roll soul.
He's got it.
Yeah.
And Long John knew it. And the funny part was, they went through musicians all the time, but Tommy was always the guy. So whenever they brought in a new lineup, Long John, like a lot of these old musicians, like James Brown was very much like, you know, I'm running the band and you do exactly what I say, or I'm gonna fire you, or, you know, $50, I went like this and you were supposed to make a move and you didn't, that's a $50 fine, that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
So working with some of these old guys was pretty tough. And, you know, Tommy could cut it.
Yeah. Who inspires you? Is it like, do you feel motivated by somebody else in the industry? Like,
yes. Locally, there's two bands that blow my mind. One is, and it's a guy named Tom Phillips.
Okay.
He's a country guy. He plays here every Tuesday night. I was here last night to watch him.
Oh, his band I'm going to come join you then on a Tuesday.
His band is amazing.
Okay.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not particularly a country fan.
Yeah.
But when I was a little kid, I used to live out in Ontario, and my grandmother had a cottage on the Quebec side of the Ottawa River. So I'd spend a lot of my summers hanging out at the cottage. And there was this French family in the area. They had kids my age, so we would hang out all the time. But they were country fans. And they had actually speakers up in the trees and stuff, and they'd be running country music all the time. And old stuff like Chet Atkins and you know, Hank Williams and Merle Haggard and all that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
And I'm a little kid. I like Elvis and the Beatles, man. I didn't like this crap, right?
Yeah.
But I tolerated it. Right?
Yeah.
And so one day, actually at this old house, there's this friend of back alleys who always would talk to me about Tom Phillips. You gotta check out Tom Phillips. You love back alley? Tom Phillips is sort of the back alley of country in town. I'm like, I don't like country, man. She goes, yeah, but he's cool. Yeah, whatever, right? So one day after COVID, I come down to the Blues Can. He's playing at the Blues Can on a Tuesday night, and they're sort of giving him this regular gig. I'm like, well, I gotta go check out this Tom Phillips guy, right? So I come walking in, and I sit down, and he's playing like some Merle Haggard or something, right? And I'm like, whoa, I just got goosebumps. I'm like, that's the music I used to listen to when I was a little kid.
Wow.
That I hated it.
Wow.
But at this point in my life, man.
You respect it.
Oh, man, it was like,
yeah.
Oh, a spiritual thing was, and this guy was amazing, and his band was amazing, right? So every Tuesday, man, if I can, I got to come here and check out because it's so inspiring. The band is so professional.
Wow.
He has such a presence. I bound around the stage. He don't bound around the stage.
No.
No, he's just up
That's
there.
a lot of country people. They just kind of stand there.
But he's just got this coolness about him that just emanates, right? He's
Yes.
a beautiful songwriter.
I found that about ZZ Top too, because they just kind of rock to the side a little bit. Like there's no, they're just real cool in their couple moves.
Yeah, yeah, which they were taught to by Paula Abdul.
Oh, really?
They hired her.
What the fuck?
They
Are you
hired
kidding?
her, and all they do is move their, they can't dance.
No, they can't.
But they got these little steps that she, right?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Paula Abdul.
Yeah, real simple stuff. Yeah, Paula Abdul.
Oh my God.
ZZ Top. So as a kid growing up, I discovered the blues through bands like ZZ Top and Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones.
Right.
Right. It's like, whoa, that's the blues.
Yeah.
Cool. I like this stuff.
Yeah, and the Stones with Painted Black, like that was the best.
Amazing. Amazing band.
Right.
We do a version of Miss You that's kind of, it's almost if I go to a jam or something and people know me, if I don't do Miss You, they're kind of pissed off at me, right? What?
Yeah.
You didn't do Miss You?
Right, so they do. They play blues here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no idea. Isn't that? But when did they change hands here? I don't even know.
This place opened up in early March, I believe.
Oh, so it is recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I drive by here, I thought it was closed.
It was for years.
Yeah.
So the blues camp was down in Inglewood for a long time. Yeah. Well, and they kind of got screwed. The guys who owned the building wanted them out, tear it down, put up a high rise. So they lost that spot and they found this place.
And they won this spot because this is better than there.
This place has been awesome.
There you go.
To me, it's been a blessing.
Yeah.
Like it's the best
And
thing
you're
ever.
right by the freaking stage.
And you're close to everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very central. And so what's really cool is most of the blues community that hung out the blues came here with it.
Right.
And then thing with Inglewood, it's kind of an isolated community, so you got to kind of go out of your way to get there. Here you're surrounded by 3, 4, 5 neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get here. So there's a whole new audience that has been added to the core. Right. So it's been fantastic.
What about rock? Because you love him as a country western, but what about rock? Is there any rock?
So the other band that really inspires me is a band called the Love Bullies.
Love Bulls?
The Love Bullies. And the Love Bullies consist mostly of ladies.
Really?
Yes. And they got a male drummer. When I first met them, they had a male guitar player, male drummer, and then 3 ladies in the band, but they're dominated by women. And think kind of B-52s, the Go-Go's, kind of a thing.
Do they play here?
They sure do.
Oh my God.
And so I met them probably 14 years ago, something along those lines. So I was working at the music store where I've been for 17 years. That's my main job. I sell PA systems, sound guy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so a guy I was working with, he was the sound guy for the Love Bullies, and they had a gig, and he couldn't do it. He said, "Hey, you want to do a sound gig for this band, the Love Bullies?" I'm like, "The Love Bullies? Okay, sure, why not? Right? Sounds interesting to me." So they were doing a Christmas party at a place called Valentine Volvo.
Okay.
Like, okay, so I show up there and I set everything up, and so the Valentine, one of the ladies who kind of run the place, she lives a bit of an alternative lifestyle, shall we say?
Okay.
Right? And so this whole party, Christmas party, consisted of sort of staff of the place, but also these alternative lifestyle type folks. And they're performers.
Yes.
So I do sound for them. And I'm like, I relate to these people, man. They dress up, they're funny, they're a freaking riot, they dance to their music, they do exactly what I do, exactly what I'm trying to build.
Yeah.
Right? And I do my first gig with them and they're like, "Oh man, we love you. You want to be our sound guy?" I'm like, "Well, sure, okay." So for like 14 years, something like that, I was their sound guy. So and yeah, so mostly whatever they did special gigs, I would do special gigs with them, right? And they're awesome. They treated me like
What's a special gig? What do you mean?
it's like private parties and
okay.
And they're awesome. And they treated me really well. It's like they always had a green room. We always get a green room for the band and make sure our sound guy gets whatever he wants so they can get away from, take a break, right?
Yes.
Regroup, come out and hang out. But, and change because
there's an interesting energy in those rooms.
Yeah.
And I think it's because there's so many creatives.
Yeah.
Right? Energy stays in the room.
Right. Definitely. It's like between periods of a hockey game. You're back with your team, and now you're sort of regrouping and, what are we doing next type thing, right?
Yeah. Are the girls here every week?
Nope. They play here a couple times a year, kind of.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go see them now.
Oh, they're amazing.
Well, you have to let me know like when they're playing anywhere in the city.
Yeah.
Because they do play like throughout the city, though, right?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, they're busy. They play all the time. I play maybe about once a month, and mostly here.
Okay.
The Blues Can is.
Yeah.
It's my place, right?
How'd you end up with the ship?
The store that I work at, they've done a few events,
right?
And sort of took made up bands from the store, and brought me down. Did some performing, and one of the guy that does the hiring, he says to the guy, we should do this again next year. I like that guy in the hat. Make sure he comes back, right?
Yeah.
And then the Love Bullies. So at the ship, on a Saturday at the ship, they sort of have a showcase band, and then they bring in between the sets another band. Their first time introducing them to that scene, right?
Okay.
And so the Love Bullies were the showcase band, and they brought my band in to introduce to the scene, right?
Right.
And then ever since then, we kind of been one of the headliner showcase bands.
Yeah, because I haven't been there in years. And the fact that we went by there and we were only there for like 15 minutes and I got to see you and meet you, I mean, that was like, again, unique because you were not there all the time.
I haven't been there since before COVID.
Wow.
To be honest with you. And it's interesting, we don't normally book long weekends. It's not normally a good time for, people got stuff going on.
Yeah.
And so normally that place is packed.
It is, I know,
We're kind of concerned about, and it wasn't packed.
Yeah.
And fortunately, Quentin brought a bunch of friends and family down, so they were the majority of the crowd.
Yeah.
So had they not
that's
showed
what
up,
my friend Desiree said. She goes, it's going to be dead on 17th because it's a long weekend.
Yeah.
And I go, well, let's go to the ship anyway and just check it out.
And so then the irony is, we're playing here on the 29th, which is September long weekend.
Oh.
So we risk,
September 29th you're here?
Sorry, August 29th. Sorry.
August 29th.
September long weekend.
But that's here.
Here. It'll be awesome.
Yes.
So we've developed a pretty good following here. Normally we play on Thursdays, but they're giving us a Friday gig, which is for more of their established acts. But, we kind of keep earning our spot and kind of developing our following.
Right.
And so what's interesting about the Blues Can is I have a really strong affiliation because I worked here, I play here, I drink here. It's kind of my home away from home type thing, right? And I love it. But the lady who hires the bands, she was the ex-sister-in-law of Back Alley John.
No.
Yeah. So we kind of, when Back Alley passed away, we kind of got to know each other and kind of became friends, and we've had on again, off again friendship, good and bad. But there's this, with her and myself, we're like brother and sister now. But we have this thing with Back Alley. She actually loved Back Alley. I love Back Alley. And then kind of when he died, we both kind of had this void in our lives, right? And we kind of got to fill that void. Right?
Wow.
She knew him very closely from a certain perspective, and I got to know him the last year of his life really closely. We hung out together a lot, right?
Wow.
So it was kind of, and it's cool because I get to play here, and she's seen me from the very beginning to now, and she hires the bands here.
Wow.
And so now she, it's great.
See, I believe that's all like soul tribe stuff. You guys have been traveling together for lifetimes.
Yeah, the connection.
Yeah. Just for the synchronicity to line up like how it has. No coincidence.
And it all started with this Gypsy, give me some advice.
Isn't that cool?
Right.
And then when you were singing that song, and me and Desiree bugged you about it because you were like, yeah, and then you stopped telling the story. You were just about to like say what actually happened in the story, and then you stopped talking, and then everybody started, like the jam just kept going, but there was no more words. And then Desiree and I were like, what are you talking about? Because it was a spell or something, remember? The ingredients to a spell?
Right.
What was that? Tell me about that.
So in the song preceding that is kind of my version of me going down, because it's about a person who's kind of lost.
Yeah.
And they go down to New Orleans or Mississippi or whatever, and they meet this gypsy, right? Give me some advice, man. My heart is crushed. Please, how do I win her back? How do I get out of this funk, right? Mm-hmm. So the song is all about begging this woman to give them advice, right?
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, well, cool. So as part of the show, there's got to be a follow-up song. Well, what advice did I get? So I wrote a song called Hoodoo Voodoo Blues.
Yeah.
And the whole song is a recipe of advice.
Okay.
They should take a black cat bone, add in something that they own.
Yeah.
Sprinkle in some graveyard dust, a drop of their blood if you must. So you're creating a voodoo spell.
Yes, a witch's brew.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what that song is all about, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
It's fun. And it's one of my favorite songs to do. I love the story. It's fun to do. And Quentin, he does this sort of surf style guitar solo that is absolutely so awesome, man. And I can't help whenever he's playing it. Part of my dance is I start feeling like I'm on a surfboard and I'm just kind of riding the wave while he's doing that solo, man.
So do you write a lot of your own songs?
Oh yeah.
You do?
Yeah, so I'm the songwriter. So, yeah, and so I like to write sort of biographically about things that have happened to me in my life, but then sort of apply it to another entertainment sort of level. Right? And so I play a little bit of guitar, a little bit of piano, just enough to mess around with, but I'll come up with the idea of a song, and I'll sort of write it down. I'll have the bare bones of it, and then I'll introduce it to the band. Go, here's what I got. And almost every time I'm really kind of worried that they're gonna go, this is shit, right? It's never happened.
Right.
But so I show up, I go, okay, here's what I got, right? And Quentin is my main man.
Yes.
He's the guy. And he's sort of our band director, right? And he immediately, okay, here's what I'm hearing. And we start writing songs. And, hey, what should I do? Well, try doing this. And all of a sudden we write a song together.
Yeah.
Right? In fact, I had gotten invited to open up the Calgary Blues Fest a number of years ago. Kind of a complicated story how we got there, but we got there. And I'm like, and this was in February, and the Blues Fest would have been in the August long weekend, what just passed. And so I'm like, okay, cool, we're gonna do it. And I said to the band, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna write and record an album and release it at the Blues Fest. So we got 6 months.
Yeah.
Can we do it? Yeah, let's do it, right? And so Steven was a guitar player at the time. And so we started working on the stuff and writing. And we had a female drummer at the time who he happened to be going out with. And after about a month or two, probably sometime in April, things were not going well with him. And they did. However, he decided, okay, enough. I quit. Right?
Yeah.
And so we'd kind of written and recorded like 3 songs at that point. Still had like 7 to go. And we hadn't even written. I kind of had the songs kind of prepared, but we hadn't worked on it. So then all of a sudden, and we were hosting a jam at the time.
Okay.
And so I lost the guitar player for writing and preparing for the Blues Fest, and now I didn't have a guitar player for the jam. So all of a sudden I was kind of in a tight spot. So we started kind of auditioning guitar players, and they're all like really good guys, but it just wasn't quite right? So then our bass player, he'd been working on a project that fell apart with Quentin. He says, I know a guy. So we said, okay, we'll bring him in. He shows up at our place, at my place at like 8 o'clock. Thought we'd jam for an hour, just kind of try them out. 2 in the morning, we're still jamming, having a good time, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, we're all like, this is amazing, this is awesome. And he goes, yeah, I'm in. I go, okay, well, if you're in, here's what we're doing. We got to have we got 7 more songs to record for the Blues Fest. You got to come to our jam on Sunday, and we're going to work your ass off at the jam, right? And he says, yeah, I'm totally in. So what we would do, we get together during the week. I'd introduce a song, we'd kind of develop it. We'd go to the jam, try it live on stage, work out the details, come back, finish it, write another song, and we did this every week. Wow. So we had all these songs kind of written and then recorded. And we opened up the Blues Fest. It was a Thursday night. Wednesday, I got the print of all the CDs. Wednesday night. So it's like the exact day before the Blues Fest. We had an album ready to go. Yeah.
Wow.
It was fantastic. So much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like really potent too, because you guys are all putting your own heart and soul into it.
Well, here's the best part, right? Yeah, I come in with the skeleton of the song, but you're the drummer. The drum part is yours.
Yeah.
You want talk about options? No problem. We'll critique each other. The bass line is yours, man. The guitars are you guys. I'm just singing and blowing some heart. Everything else is like, here's the fundamental of the song. Put your stamp on it, right?
Yeah.
So whenever we play an original song, each member of the band has helped write that song. It's their part, right? So they got skin in the game.
Yeah.
It's our song.
But I love live bands in places like this. You know, yeah, I like to go to a stadium once in a blue moon, but it's so intimate and it's just so engaging, and the vibe is just different.
Well, this place has embraced it. There's music here every night. And they do, like on Friday, they'll have someone here doing a lunch thing. Then they'll have an after hours sort of, 4 to 7 type thing. And then they have a bands in the evening, a jam on Saturday afternoon, band Saturday night, 2 jams on Sunday.
So they do stuff in the afternoons?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like Friday, you can come here, and often Tom Phillips will be here. He might be doing a solo thing or a duo thing for lunch. They always have a lunch thing going on.
Like
here.
at noon?
Yeah, on a Friday. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then they do it like a happy hour thing, 5 to 7 type thing, and then a band in the evening. And then jam Saturday afternoon, jam Sunday afternoon, jam Sunday night, jam Monday night, Tom Phillips, and then local bands Wednesdays and Thursdays, and generally local bands, but they bring in bands as well for Friday and Saturday nights.
Amazing.
Yeah, this place is just going concern, man.
Oh, yeah.
Best place in town.
Well, I always thought, where do you go to watch bands now, you know?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. It's consistent,
right.
high quality.
Yeah.
They have a standard here that.
Do you remember Morgan's on 17th Avenue?
Yeah.
Because that was the days when I used to work at the back alley bartending, you know,
cool.
on the McLeod Trail. And
Well, you know Greg Cox.
yes,
Right.
well, Greg, actually, it's funny you brought him up because he sat at the table with my mom, because my mom used to book him when I was a kid. But he's awesome. It's funny you said to him, because I was talking to my friend Gary, and I said, I got to get a hold of Greg and see Greg. Like, I don't know what the hell he's doing. I haven't seen him for years now.
He's got a couple bands, Playground Zone, primarily. They'd be, as far as a local rock band, they'd be my choice of a rock band.
Totally. They are so amazing.
They're fantastic. And again, they dress up, they wear the wigs, the whole frickin' 9 yards.
Yeah, because he used to be Broken Toys.
Broken Toys. He's got Broken Toys and Playground Zone.
Oh, okay.
They're kind of his 2 kind of acts.
All right. So. Yeah. Okay, amazing. Well, give me a hug. Thank you.